All right, so I have arrived at the Eco Museum. So for those of you who don't know, I am a photo ambassador for the Eco Museum, which is a zoo here in Montreal. Though they're not really a traditional zoo, what I really like about them is that all of the animals that are in the Eco Museum cannot live in the wild for one reason or another. So they're not a traditional zoo where they have their animals in terrible living conditions. All of their animals have extremely well living conditions, and they really prioritize the health and wellness of the animals, and they're really dedicated to conservation and education of Quebec wildlife. So that's why I chose to work with them. So that's why I said kind of wildlife, because these animals aren't exactly in the wild. Some of them are wild animals or were wild animals, but they are in large living spaces or enclosures. So that's why I said kind of, because it's kind of cheating. So the last couple of days here in Montreal, it snowed a lot, like a couple feet. So that's why I chose to come today. It's currently kind of snowing a little bit, but when there's a lot of snow and there's normally like terrible conditions, not really many people come. So it's nice and quiet, so it gives me some time to film, and the animals tend to come out a lot more when there's not people around. So that bodes well for us. So typically when I do my wildlife, I use my Canon 80D with my 70 to 200 f4. It definitely does the trick. Would love to have an 400 mil. Would love to one day, but right now this is my current setup. Yeah, so one of the things I do when I'm here, typically I walk around, I actually interact with a lot of the workers here. So being a photo ambassador, I work with them a lot of the times, which is super sick because you get to kind of learn about the animals, learn their names, and that's kind of a unique experience. One of the ways I started doing wildlife photography, oh my God, there's a wolf. Hold that thought. So I don't know if you can see him way down in the distance, but that wolf is really hard to get footage of because he's very reclusive. And he just woke up, so I'm gonna try and sneak my way over to him. Anyways, as I was saying, one of the ways I got into wildlife photography was because when I started photography, at first I was just really trying to practice bunch of different types of stuff, see what I liked, see what I didn't like, kind of get better at different things. And wildlife was one thing I just didn't have a lot of experience with. So I was like, hey, what better idea or what better way to practice than to go to your local zoo and take photos of the animals, because they're right there for you. So I did that, and once I started taking a lot of photos of the animals, that's when I kind of got involved with the ambassador program, and the rest is history. So my favorite animal here is an Arctic fox named Polaris. He's an Arctic fox, all white with two different colored eyes. So he has one blue and one brown eye. I'll put a photo up here. It's absolutely incredible, and he's really he gives you this look, and he's really hard to catch, but when you catch him, actually some of the photos I've taken of him are some of the ones that have done best in my photography career. So I kind of have like a special attachment to him, and he's right there. So even though today's a relatively mild day, it's not too cold out, it's like -7 or something, it's still Canada, it gets cold. And the best thing that I could ever give as advice, heated gloves. Honestly, they're not too expensive, and they're the best thing. Total lifesaver, especially when you're working with cameras and you're moving around, you're playing with them a lot. Your hands get really cold really fast, so when you need to take a break, like right now when I'm doing something with a tripod, heated gloves are a lifesaver. So here are some of the Arctic foxes. Obviously they're kind of hard to see because they have really good camouflage, but let me see if I can get some photos for you in the snow. So a little bit about myself and what I'm doing or why I'm doing this. I'm a photographer. I decided to start a YouTube channel. I know very little about video. I'm sorry for the terrible video and terrible audio sometimes, but I'm learning, so take it easy on me. So one of the reasons I'm doing this today, and I've decided to kind of start this channel and start this journey, is I'm trying to do things that break me out of my comfort zone a little bit. And talking to a camera, so talking to myself is something I'm definitely not very good at, and I don't really do often. But I figured, what the hell, let's try and kind of push myself and challenge myself. I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I mean, I've been doing photography for a while, and I love kind of like teaching and interacting with people and talking about their photography and showing off kind of like what I do. So that's a big thing for me. That's kind of motivating me to do this. So I am starting, I am learning. I'm not very good at it, obviously. Honestly, I'm pretty new to video in general. Being a photographer, I focus much more on photos. Video is kind of something I don't do very often. So I'm trying that today, trying to just break out of my comfort zone a little bit. Really excited for this channel. If you have any suggestions for videos, things you want to see, I will be posting more in the near future. But please comment below, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon and making more videos. So check my channel out and stay posted. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put the link in the bio, but also put up on screen. So I will see you next time. Peace.